Because inflation recently hit its highest level since 1981, Chairman of the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell began hiking interest rates and even states that the inflation fight could take years. Because of that, if you aren't using a high-yield savings account, then your cash could be losing value every single day. Now, all the high-yield savings accounts that I'm going to show you in this video can currently get you between 4 and 5% of an APY, which APY stands for annual percentage yield. And let's say you join one of the accounts I'm going to show you in this video today, like SoFi, where you can get a 4.4% yield. That means if you had $10,000 in your account and the rate stayed the same for a full year, you would have made $440 from doing nothing. Whereas if you had your money sitting in something like a Chase savings account that grants you a whopping 100% of a return, then you would have made $1 after a full year. What would you rather? 40 Chipotle bowls or a small pack of gum? With that said, something you need to be aware of is that these rates are variable interest rates, which means they fluctuate based off of the current market conditions. For example, the yields you can earn on these accounts as of the recording of this video are between 4 and 5%, and those rates will change, and that is why you need to start as soon as possible. Now, if you don't fully understand high yield savings accounts and why you should truly use them, I highly recommend you watch my previous video to learn more, and also check out my free savings account master sheet, which I'll have both of them linked in the description of this video. With that being said, before we dive deep into things, all I ask is that you kindly hit the like button on this video, which while you're doing that, here's a background video of a dog just living life on its birthday. With that said and done, the first account on my list is one that I've recently joined, and that is the SoFi checking and savings account. SoFi officially became a bank in early 2022, and their growth and popularity has come from their amazing services and high rates they offer with their online accounts. And just so you know, because this is an online only bank account, which most of the ones in this video are, it means there are currently no physical branch locations, which is a big reason why they offer such high rates and great features. And to be honest, for this, you don't even need to go to the bank because you can do it all through your phone or the computer. So back to SoFi, when you open up this account, you are going to be getting both a checking and savings account created at the same time for you. The only thing to be aware of is that in order to achieve their 4.4% yield, you need to set up a direct deposit. SoFi does this because they want you to use their bank as if it were a traditional one, and they state a qualified direct deposit includes one from your employer, payroll or benefits provider, or other government entity, which SoFi states you can even get your paychecks up to 2 days earlier. Something that makes SoFi stand out is not just their extremely high yields on their savings accounts, but also that you can get a 0.5% of a yield on any of the cash in your checking account, which is better than most other checking accounts out there. Something else to note about SoFi is that they come with no opening or monthly fees, as do all the accounts I'm going to show you in this video. And besides one I'll discuss near the end of the video, there are no required minimum deposit amounts or balance impacts. In addition to that, they are also FDIC insured, which all of the accounts in this video state they are. This basically means that your money is pretty much risk-free because even if the bank fails, the government is going to protect you up to a certain amount. Now that is considering you stay under the typical insurance amount, which is guaranteed up to $250,000 per depositor per bank for each ownership type, which you should always check before signing up. But SoFi, for example, has a program that can get you up to $2 million of coverage. And how this works is that instead of manually opening up multiple different bank accounts, they automatically do it for you where you can still have access to all your cash through SoFi. Another fact about SoFi is that they have no ATM fees at 55,000 plus all-point ATMs. They also have no limits on your transfers or withdrawals you make in either of their accounts. And on top of that, SoFi has an option for you to create a vault, which is a way for you to separate your savings towards specific goals. For example, by setting this up, you can see many options to choose from, like an emergency fund where it will help direct your goals without impacting any interest you earn. Another feature that SoFi has that I find useful is their insights feature, where you can track your spending, see your credit score, and just overall get a great breakdown displayed for you simply on your finances. Now, SoFi has so many features I could make an entire video on it, but the last significant benefit that many other bank accounts don't offer is their sign-up bonus. With SoFi, if you sign up using my link in the description of this video and fund the account within 14 days, you get an automatic $25 and then up to an additional $250 depending on how much you can transfer in through direct deposits. To learn more, if you're interested, check out the link I have in the description of this video. And moving on from there, the number 2 account is going to be the Capital One 360 Performance Savings Account. I know some people are more comfortable picking the biggest and most credible banks possible that still yield the high returns, and that right there is Capital One. Capital One has a 360 Performance Savings Account where you can easily transfer money from other banks and set up automatic savings plans. I've heard from many that use this account and state that their overall customer service and experience has been really good for them. I will say they are unique for having the Capital One cafe shops where anybody's welcome to come in, order food and beverages while having space to work. Which, by the way, I decided to look up popular coffees because of this, and I don't know what I'm more shocked by, a pistachio latte or the fact that Capital One was on the side of the page. What do they know? What's in your wallet? Now with Capital One, you have the ability to deposit checks at nearly any instant and create multiple accounts for each of your savings goals similar to the vaults on SoFi. And although they don't have as many features as some of the other banks discussed in this video, since it is one of the largest banks to still give out high yields, it may be worthy to, which by using this 360 performance savings account, you can get a 4.15% yield with no fees or a required minimum deposit. But with that being said, let's move on to the number 3 account, and that is the Ally Bank online savings account. All of the banks I'm covering in this video have a desktop and mobile platform, but Ally Bank is primarily known for their clean and beginner-friendly features. Ally Bank's online savings account is known for their bucket tool to help you get some bucket. But this tool is made to help you organize your savings to specific goals, and examples of this could be for home improvements, vet bills, or what better than a Hawaii vacation. And according to Ally Bank, you can create up to 10 savings buckets where you still earn the interest on the total balance of your account, meaning all your savings buckets combined so that you are not losing out on any compound interest. This is similar to the savings vaults on SoFi, and I think it's great for people to visually see how each of their specific savings are doing. From there, they also offer savings boosters, where the first is recurring transfers that you can set and have automatically distribute to each bucket or specifically to the one of your choice. Their next booster is called Surprise Savings, where if you activate and link any of your checking accounts to Ally Bank, they will analyze your spending and detect whether the cash in your checking account would benefit from automatically transferring some of your cash into your Ally savings account to perform better. Side note is that this feature is set to never transfer more than $100 at a time and no more than 3 times a week. And the last savings booster they offer is their roundups tool, where this tool rounds up any of your linked expenses to the nearest dollar and throws the leftover change into your savings. The only con to this is that in order to do it, you need to have an Ally checking account. And if you do decide to take this route, you can get a 0.25% yield on Ally Bank's checking account, which is great. But like I said earlier, if you were going to do this with SoFi, you can get a 0.5% yield. With Ally Bank, when you sign up, your account will have no monthly fees or a minimum required deposit amount, which by using Ally Bank's online savings account, you can currently yield a 4% return on your savings. This is the lowest yield of all the high yield savings accounts I'm showing you in this video, but the features that they offer may make the decision worthy to. Now, because you've stuck around this far, I want you to know that I've created a free savings account master sheet that I think you will find helpful, which I'll have the link in the description below of this video. Moving on from there, the number 4 account is Marcus by Goldman Sachs online savings account. This account is simple, convenient, and credible due to its backing by Goldman Sachs. And by having this account, you can do same-day transfers of up to $100,000 and have 24/7 customer service. So if you happen to be up at 4 a.m. just thinking about your bank account, you can hit them up. Sounds kind of weird. But to me, this is similar to Capital One in the sense of having a known name with a platform that's super easy to use and a good customer service if you have any issues to contact. And some of the features I like about Marcus by Goldman Sachs is that they allow you to track your net worth by linking any institutions you may have money in. On top of that, they also display to you any possible transactions that occur from any of those accounts you link. For example, I recently saw that my Fidelity 500 index fund paid me $72 in dividends, but I realized that from opening up this savings account and not from the Fidelity investment platform itself. Aside from that, this account with Marcus by Goldman Sachs comes with no monthly fees or a minimum required deposit amount, while currently giving out a 4.15% yield. Which something else that might interest you is that if you use my link in the description below, you can get an additional 1% yield for your first 3 months. By doing that, you would temporarily be achieving the highest rate of all the accounts I'm showing you in this video. With that being said, let's now move on to the number 5 account that is through CIT Bank, not Citibank. CIT is an online-only bank account that doesn't have many features at all, especially compared to SoFi or others discussed in this video, and that is because their focus is giving out the highest rates possible, which come from their 4.6% Savings Connect account, or even up to a 4.95% with their Platinum Savings account. Something to be aware of with this account that none of the other accounts have is the required minimum deposit amount, and for CIT Bank, that is $100. And something specific that you need to know about the Platinum Savings account is that in order to get the 4.95% yield, you have to have a balance of $5,000 or more, or else your account will only earn you 0.25%. So if you're looking for a bank with the highest rates possible and that's it, CIT Bank could be the one for you, but remember, it doesn't have many features. You do have to have a minimum deposit of $100, and the balance impact of the Platinum Savings account is $5,000 or more to actually achieve the 4.95% rate that they advertise. Besides that, both of the accounts on CIT Bank, compound interest daily, allow you to deposit checks and transfer funds through the mobile app, charge no monthly fees, and are FDIC insured. Now that was obviously a quick overview to CIT Bank because they don't have any features that really stand out, and they're mostly known for just their high yields. With that being said, you now know 5 of the best high yield savings accounts to join today, and you can start earning high rates that you deserve and not the big banks. Don't forget that if you are interested to sign up on SoFi, which is the one I've recently joined, you can potentially get up to $275 free. And if that doesn't interest you, you can also get through Marcus by Goldman Sachs an additional 1% for the first 3 months by using that link I have, which both of them are going to be linked in the description of this video. Which, while you're at it, I also have a link to my free templates I've created for you, and if you are interested to see my own investments and how I allocate them, join the Patreon community. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notifications button for future money talk content like this.